vitamins, certain important points I'll tell you about the vitamins because questions are frequently being asked on the basis of vitamins also. The vitamins they were discovered by Casimir Funk. They were discovered by Casimir Funk but he called them vitamins. He called them vitamins. He was under the impression that all of them had amine group in their composition. That's why he called them vitamins. Later on, the E was dropped from that word vitamins named as vitamins because all of them don't contain amines That's why that alphabet E has been dropped Casimir Funk discovered the vitamins and J.C. Drummond proposed alphabetical nomenclature for vitamins J.C. Drummond proposed alphabetical nomenclature for vitamins Then vitamins are divided into two groups What are they? Fat soluble vitamins and water soluble vitamins. Fat soluble vitamins and water soluble vitamins The fat soluble vitamins are A, D, E, K. EDEC are fat soluble vitamins B complex and C are water soluble vitamins Then the students remember which vitamin was discovered for the first time. The vitamin which was discovered for the first time was thiamine. Thiamine or B1 was discovered for the first time Discovered for the first time. Thiamine was discovered for the first time. B1 vitamin was discovered for the first time Then how about the vitamins useful to the human body? Do they act as building blocks of the body or do they provide energy? They neither provide energy nor act as building blocks They act as metabolic regulators. They act as metabolic regulators. Act as metabolic, that is regulate various metabolic activities by acting as cofactors or coenzymes and all that. They also act as energy transformers. Energy transformers. That is, they help in transfer of energy from substrates into the products So they act as energy transformers and metabolic regulators, but they never act as building blocks of the body or energy providers of the body And like hormones, vitamins are also required in small amount to the human body Either less or more may manifest in the form of various disorders So to start with, vitamin A. Vitamin A is commonly called anti-xerophthalmic vitamin. It is commonly called anti-xerophthalmic vitamin or it is also called retinol. Anti-xerophthalmic vitamin or retinol or it is also called anti-infective vitamin. Because it provides resistance to the human body, thereby prevents infection. That's why it is also called anti-infective vitamin It is called retinol because it helps in the formation of rhodopsin Retinol is one of the ingredients that is extracted from carotenoid pigments Retinol plays an important role in the formation of rhodopsin. That's why it is also called retinol Anti-xerophthalmic you call it because deficiency of vitamin A results in a disorder called xerophthalmia. That's why we call it anti-xerophthalmic vitamin Then what are the sources of this vitamin A? It is extracted from carotenoid pigments. Carotenoid pigments. Green leafy vegetables, the fruits which contain orange pigment granules, that is carrot, papayas, tomato, mango, so on and so forth. All of them contain abundant amount of vitamin A. Papaya is the cheapest and the richest source of vitamin A. So all the carotenoid pigment, green leafy vegetables fruits which contain carotenoid pigments have abundant amount of vitamin A. Then what are the functions of vitamin A? Functions of vitamin A, if you take, number one, it helps in formation of rhodopsin. Helps in formation of rhodopsin. Rhodopsin is a visual pigment here now, an eye pigment synthesized by rods here now, which is responsible for night vision and dim light vision here now. Night vision and dim light vision, rhodopsin. Number two, provides resistance to the human body and thereby prevents infection here now. Number three, helps in maintaining the integrity of epithelial tissue. Maintaining integrity of epithelial tissue. Integrity of epithelial tissue. So helps in formation of rhodopsin, provides resistance to the human body, helps in maintaining integrity of epithelial tissue. This epithelial tissue is kept moist and supple, is always kept functional by vitamin A here now. So these are some of the important functions of vitamin A. Rhodopsin, resistance and maintaining integrity of epithelial tissue here now. Deficiency of vitamin A results in number one, nyctalopia, night blindness. Nyctalopia, that is night blindness here now. When there is deficiency of vitamin A, sufficient amount of rhodopsin is not synthesized. As a result, people cannot see the objects during twilight and at night. That is nyctalopia, night blindness. Number two, xerophthalmia, where there is inflammation of the cornea here now, drying up of the cornea takes place, feel lot of irritation, redness, continuous watering here now, xerophthalmia. Keratomalacia. Keratomalacia is the ulceration of the entire cornea. The acute form of xerophthalmia can be called keratomalacia. The entire cornea undergoes ulceration here now. It becomes very hard and finally the person may lose sight because of damage of the cornea, which is called keratomalacia. Phrenoderma. The skin becomes dry and warty. Okay, that suppleness of the skin is lost because of deficiency of vitamin A. Bitotis spots, certain white patches appear in the iris part of the eyeball here now. The central iris part of the eyeball, certain white dots appear here now, we call it bitotis spots. So all of them are because of deficiency of vitamin A. Nyctalopia, xerophthalmia, keratomalacia, phrenoderma and bitotis spots. Next we have vitamin D. Vitamin D is commonly called calciferol or anti-rachitic vitamin. Anti-rachitic vitamin, or it is also called sunshine vitamin. Calciferol or anti-rachitic vitamin or sunshine vitamin here now. Now why is it called sunshine vitamin? The epithelial cells of the skin here now, they contain provitamin D, which is called cholecalciferol. The epithelial cells contain a provitamin D called cholecalciferol, which is also called 7-dehydrocholesterol. Dehydrocholesterol. The 7-dehydrocholesterol or cholecalciferol in the presence of sunlight, early in the morning in the sunlight, gets converted into calciferol. The epithelial cells contain provitamin D, which is known as cholecalciferol or 7-dehydrocholesterol. On exposure to sunlight early in the morning, it gets converted into calciferol. That's why we call it sunshine vitamin here now. Now what are the functions of vitamin D here now? Vitamin D helps in absorption of calcium and phosphorus in the human body. Unless there is vitamin D here now, alimentary canal cannot absorb calcium and phosphorus from the foodstuffs. So it plays an important role in absorption of calcium and phosphorus from the foodstuffs, and thereby it promotes the growth of bones and teeth, helps in strengthening the bones and teeth, proper growth of the bones and proper growth of the teeth, That is the main important function of vitamin D. Vitamin D, along with the hormone calcitonin of parathyroid gland, both of them help in absorption of calcium and phosphorus. That's why vitamin D is also called hormone vitamin, because it is analogous to the parathormone of parathyroid gland, That is the important function of vitamin D. Now, deficiency of vitamin D in adults, it results in osteomalacia. In adults, it results in osteomalacia, where the bones become porous. There will be demineralization of the bones, There will be osteoporosis, They get fractured easily even on a slight fall, on a slight injury also. There will be fracture of the bones, that is osteomalacia. Then in infants, in children, it results in rickets. What are the characteristic symptoms of rickets, Bow legs, knock knees, rachitic rosary, late closure of fontanelle, beaded ribs, dental caries. So all these symptoms can be put together called rickets, Bow legs, that is the legs become bow shaped, Okay, there will be arching of the legs outwards because the leg bones become weak, they cannot bear the weight of the body, So they start arching outwards, we call bow legs, The inner bending of the limbs is called knock knees, where the knees knock with each other while walking, Rachitic rosary, that is ribs can be seen prominently, All of them appear beaded. Late closure of fontanelle, the fontanelle is there in the cranium region, That usually gets closed by 3rd or 4th year of the infancy, That gets closed late because of deficiency of vitamin D. Then dental caries, apart from the bone disorders, teeth are also affected. There will be pitting and growing of the teeth, yellowing of the teeth, fall of teeth, irregular arrangement of teeth, put together called dental caries. So all these symptoms put together called rickets. So in children, deficiency results in rickets, in adults it results in osteomalacia with regard to vitamin D.